Happy Black History Month, everybody. Happy Black History Month. January is over. Congratulations. On behalf of the January babies, it is not our fault that January felt long. It's not just that it had an extra month, it's that that man, since he did not put his hand on the Bible, I heard, since he was sworn in, has been like leading or has been the face of an all out assault on the psyche of every marginalized person in this country. So it's like, it's not our fault. But now it's over. We're in February now. So now all of that will be February's problem. The February people can handle that. But happy Black History Month. I want to talk about the movies that are on my watch list for this month. The movie that I'm most anticipating, surprise, surprise, is Captain America Brave New World. I am so excited. So, in Captain America Brave New World, the latest offering from the MCU, Sam Wilson will find himself at the center of an international, crisis, and he has to work to find the mastermind, the real masterminds behind it. I will be sad. It comes out February 14th. Um, I am hoping to be there on February 13th that night. And I'm probably gonna go see it more than once. Fingers crossed that it's really, really good. I did hear about the uproar over comments that Anthony Mackie made. So what Anthony Mackie, when he was in Rome doing a promotion, so what he said was, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity, someone who is trustworthy and dependable. And a segment of people on the internet lost their minds and we're calling for a boycott of the movie. We're saying it's a strange take, but it's not a strange take. Surprise, surprise, I understand exactly what he means. I think the people who took offense and who take offense to him saying that are not culturally competent, are not thinking critically, and are probably the type of people who salivate and just like absorb it whenever you know the positive stuff is said about America. But the truth of the matter is that America, both in real life and in the fictional world of the MCU, hello, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like both in the real world and in the fictional world, America does not operate with integrity and honor and dignity when it comes to its own citizens and non-citizens like living in the country. He didn't say anything shocking. He didn't say anything that's untrue. He wasn't bashing America. He was speaking the truth. And for those of us who are very aware of that, I think it is important to strike a balance between strike a balance between like promoting like these heroes, these like fictional superheroes, promoting them in real life, because not all of them, not all of us who like tune into these movies go up for America. And the thing is, the article makes it a point to say that Chris Evans said the same thing back in 2011 when he was talking to a publication. He said that he was trying not to, quote, get too lost in the American side of the character. He said this isn't a flag waving movie. It is red, white, and blue. But it just so happens that the character was created in America during wartime when there was a common enemy, even though it is Captain America. I've said before in interviews that it feels more like he should just be called Captain Good. And Business Insider, the author of the article, said, made it a point to say that Chris Evans did not suffer from any backlash when he said that. And I think another reason that those people are offended by what Mackie said is probably because they don't trust him or Sam Wilson to be wearing those colors. That's not who they want to see as Captain America. That's not who they want to be representing America on screen in their, fictional world of the MCU. And so him speaking that way, even though Chris Evans already spoke that way, is a disruption to, I don't know, like a disruption to this world that they want to escape into. But I like it. I am thankful that both Mackie and Evans see it the same way and have the same point of view about Captain America, especially because Captain America is dolled up in the red, white, and blue. And I think another reason why it's important for them to say stuff like this is because these stories, as a lot of people know, that these storylines and these characters came out of or were inspired by real atrocities and horrors that were being committed against real people in real life, including Black people, brown people, um, LGBTQI people, marginalized people, etc., and Jewish people. Glad Mackie said what he said. I know he had to go on IG and like add extra context to his words and say that he respects people in uniform. That wasn't for me, so I'll just let that go. The movie I am most hesitant to see, but I will go see in February is Love Hurts, starring Ki Hui Kwan. I just watched the pronunciation of his name, and I don't even know if I said it the right way. Ki Hui Kwan, I think. Starring him. It's an action comedy. I'm hesitant. I don't think the story will be strong. I think it's gonna have a weak story. But I'm still gonna go see it. Last year, I was very hesitant about going to see Argyle, which also came out in February. But I ended up enjoying it a lot. It had like a weak point, but overall, I really, really enjoyed Argyle. So I hope Love Hurts surprises me the same way. And really, those are the only two new movies coming out in February that I plan to go see in theaters. I do want to go see two movies that came out at the tail end of January that I haven't seen yet. So one of them is Presence, a horror thriller starring Lucy Liu. So with that movie, a family moves into a new home in the suburbs and then they realize that they're not allowed. Horror, thriller. So I want to see that. I'm intrigued by it. And then another movie called Companion. That one came out, I think, on January 30th, starring Sophie Thatcher. So that one is a sci-fi thriller. And the summary for that one says that a billionaire's death sets off a chain of events for Iris and her friends during a weekend trip to his lakeside estate. I saw something saying that I can't find it again, but it said that like it's made by the same people or the people who made Barbarian are involved with this movie. I can't find where I read that. But that's part of the reason why I really want to see this because I watched Barbarian for the first time last year and I really, really, really enjoyed Barbarian. So I'm hoping I also really, really, really enjoy Companion. Other than that, there are still a few movies from last year that I did not get to see because there's not enough time. My energy is finite. Like I be working, so I don't get to everything that's on my watch list. But my watch list for this month is actually pretty short, so we'll see. I also started watching, not on the movie front, but on the TV show front. I started watching Paradise. I watched the first episode. I'm gonna make a separate video about that, but I'm hooked, and I'll be talking about it in another video. Let me know what you are planning to watch in February.